5 and Lamont Road South.
So this Hardened Scales deck, really powerful. It's kind of taken over Affinity's place in the format. You know what I mean?
No, correct. I mean, Affinity was a very synergistic build, but this just more takes over the fact that Arcbound Ravager, gets more counters now that you have Hardened Scales in there, and then you also do have the module. I forget the name of that.
The Arcbound Worker.
No, the module that whenever you add a counter on there, it adds an additional counter.
Module.
Yes, thank you. And then you can also make a Thopter as well.
The way I describe this deck
Worker, excuse me,
is it's better than Affinity because Affinity could go either wide or tall, right, with its creatures.
Correct.
This deck, every game goes both wide and tall.
Correct. I mean, they have both the double X creatures in Walking Ballista and Hangerback Walker. Mm-hmm. So they either, dump a lot of counters to go essentially tall with the Walking Ballista, which has a lot of reach, or they can go super wide with that Hangerback Walker.
Then they can go very, very quickly, or they can play a long game too.
Correct.
This Hardened Scales deck has a lot of dimensions to it.
Correct. They can just explode and kill you on turn 2, turn 3, which is super scary, or accrue value and slowly build up a field, and just out of nowhere, blah, you're dead.
Yep. That's why I very much like this deck. It's one of the better. I'm not a big artifact player. It's one of the best artifact decks I've seen in a long time. And look at this, 4 permanents in play on turn 1 for Dakota here. That's insane. I mean, and all 4 of them are good.
It's essentially Affinity. Yeah. That's what he does. 4 permanents on turn 1 versus. I'm assuming Billy's going to probably play a land.
Yep, and you were correct about that. So he's going to get a look at what Billy's drawing next turn, and get a redraw as well. So every creature now that Dakota's going to play is going to just be bigger.
Correct. He's going to get bigger and better with the Hardened Scales.
Oh, he's firing up the Ink Moth here.
He's going to get in there and be really aggressive.
That signals to me that his hand is weak.
Correct. I mean, if he's not deploying another threat like an Arcbound Ravager or even an Arcbound Worker or something to follow it up.
Another Ink Moth Nexus in hand. Maybe he's just on the Ink Moth Beats plan here.
Yeah, no, and just kind of going to slower him. Hopefully he has another land, just getting 2 damage each turn.
Mm-hmm.
Did he use that Mox Opal to activate the Ink Moth Nexus?
Yes, he did.
That's incorrect.
He can't do that, can he?
Yeah, he cannot do that. He needs to tap his other Ink Moth Nexus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any Mailcraft on there. We'll get that fixed. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
they got it fixed here.
Yeah.
Illegal, right,
yes.
guy.
Thank you.
Tell him.
Yes, eyes in the skies. Thanks, boys.
Chat's always got our back.
Right? No, I appreciate it.
Just another land and pass here. So you know what? Honestly, if I'm on Billy's side of the table, I'm feeling really good.
Wow, 3 of a kind.
Yep.
Like
I said, Dakota's only played a few threats. He's only got like 2 or 3 cards maybe now. Oh my God, look at that. He's got 3 Darksteel Citadels.
Another 3 of a kind. Wow, if this is poker, he'd be doing real good.
This is really bad for Dakota here.
But I mean, right now, he's getting value off of that Hangerback Walker with the Hardened Scales. I think he maybe should have.
Yeah, but if Billy's hand is stacked, absolutely stacked, he is just going to jund him out really hard here.
Correct. I mean, probably just play the Liliana here and tick down. No, I'm just going to pass.
Oh, he's got a Colligan's command, too.
Oh, okay.
He's about to ruin Dakota here.
So just try and get a nice little 2-for-1 here.
Mm-hmm. I imagine we're going to see him wait until combat when he fires up these Ink Moth Nexuses, shock an Ink Moth Nexus, and just destroy target artifact on this Hangerback. Or maybe kill 2 Ink Moths if Dakota fires up 2 of them.
Well, he's going to move into combat here now.
Yeah,
he's going to swing with both.
Colligan's command here, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, do you take out the Hangerback Walker since he did not tick it up? And
you kill
just
both,
take one?
Yeah,
probably just smash everything. Both, yeah. So just shock.
You're just on the Jundam out plan.
Yeah, no, so just shock the Ink Moth Nexus here and just shatter.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And the reason is you do it in that order because you don't want him to somehow put that toughness up to 3 on the.
No, and that's exactly why I proposed that. So he's going to get 2 Thopters here. Now he has Metalcraft, which is nice, or else still had it last.
Well, he has that Darksteel Citadel hanging out there too, so he had it. If I'm in Billy's seat, I'm feeling great. He has a number of things he can do here. He's going to shock here, and I'm expecting him to just play a Bloodbraid Elf.
Bloodbraid Elf, get another guy on the board. Essentially double spell here, which is super nice. and get really aggressive.
See what we can flip into.
Ooh, Bob.
You know, that's honestly probably one of the worst ones he could have found here.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But you know what? It's still Bob.
Yeah, no, I mean, not the worst, but I don't like it here in such an aggressive matchup, unfortunately. But, I mean, if you can get a decent draw of it, maybe a removal spell here or two, definitely put him in a much better position. Legends Dakota is not, threatening a lot of damage coming up.
Well, they can all change very quickly with this deck, too. So, throwing a Geth, like that card right there. So
okay.
That's one I would like our spotter to pull up for us if that's possible.
That's a really interesting card.
Yeah, that's one I actually haven't seen these lists play too often.
No, correct. I mean, I know it allows them to sacrifice an artifact, proliferate.
Proliferate, my friend.
Proliferate.
There's an R in there.
Tip of the tongue, teeth in the lips, boys. So definitely just start going after him, which is super nice, and just get his infect up.
Yep.
Doesn't even have to do anything else. Will he weigh his board, but not a big deal. He's going to just kill him from afar.
So Billy's going to reveal a land there to Bob. Draw another land. So he's got 3 lands, Liliana, Tarmogoyf, and something else.
So I think I would probably just get the Goyfine line here, and I'm surprised he didn't decide to deploy the Liliana as well. I think just go wide. Does he have another Bloodbraid Elf?
If he does, that's probably...
Yep, here it comes. Spin them wheels.
There's no reason not to, honestly.
No, definitely not. Just get aggressive here. Ooh,
and he found there's a Liliana anyway.
So,
honestly, if it's me, I want to see him tick it up. You don't care about these 2 Thopters in play at all, and you just want to jund him out of these resources. I mean, you can make him
I do like the sacrifice, though, because it does guarantee now that he's at least getting, 5 damage in here at least.
You know what? I just want to see him discard him. I just want to see him get him out of these resources. You have 8 power in play already. You can just come in with 2 3/2s. You're at 17 life. Just make him discard, I think.
I mean, even
plus now he's going to lose his Lily to this Thopter.
Yeah, but then that's not coming at him. Or if Dakota chooses not to attack the Lily, he could now next turn tick up, discard land, tick up, and play the second Liliana. I even like that too.
I still think that making discard is correct in this situation. Not if he has not seen his hand. Okay, he doesn't know that he's on all lands there. So I think that just junding out those resources is where you want to be when you're so far ahead on board already.
TFG is so good even against Chalice and other decks in other matches. TFG. Oh, Throne of Gath. Thank you. He's already at 4 infect. I mean, he can just kind of just keep slowly infecting him out here.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be the plan.
Correct. I mean, I kind of like, animating here, attacking for 1, and then come attacks, he could block and then proliferate.
No, what I want to see here is animate, sack Arcbound Worker, put 2 counters on this Inkmoth Nexus, proliferate your Inkmoth Nexus, and get in there for 4 and put him on a 2-turn
yes,
clock.
I like that line better.
You'll put him at 9 infect, actually, so all you have to do is proliferate once.
Correct. So, yeah, get into blocks here and then sack to Throne. And then
he has no flying blockers.
Yeah, I'm just going to fly over and just dink him to death, and then he can just use any other artifact, even, use his Dark Steel Citadel.
I think he sees my line here, Yep. No, it is going to be a total of 4 infect, but it's still a 2-turn. Oh, look at that, too. 5. Oh, he's just going to kill him here.
Puts him at 5. Well, yeah, because then he just attacks him, untap, and then just sacks.
Look at this. This is what we were talking about earlier. With this Hardened Scales deck can just kill you out of nowhere.
Yep.
Wow, look at that.
So it didn't even matter.
It didn't matter. None of these hypothetical lines we were talking about, it doesn't matter if you can just hit for 6 infect.
Yep. Sorry, boys. Prolif adds to Lily, no. Yeah, any counter of any permanent you can proliferate.
Yeah, but why would you? Proliferate his Lily.
No, correct. There is no reason to, but granted you can.
So what do we got here from Dakota?
So out of Dakota, we have 3 Dismembers, 2 Tormod's Crypts, 3 Dampening Spears, a Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Spell Kites, and 4 Nature's Claims. What do you like here?
I like 2 Spell Kites and 3 Dismembers. That's it.
Correct. You can get after the Tarmogoyfs and any other threat he does present with the Dismember, and then the Spellskite does hinder some of his spot removal.
Yep, I feel like if you have Spellskite for any matchup, it's either this one or Bogles.
Correct. I mean, Tormod's Crypt, you can maybe hinder Tarmogoyf for 2, but I think that's a little bit narrow.
It's too narrow for this deck that doesn't want to oversight.
Correct. Dampening Sphere has no relevance here. Grafdigger's Cage has, again, no relevance here. And Nature's Claim, again, has no relevance here.
Correct.
So, moving on to Billy Anderson, he does have 1 Golgari Charm, 1 Ancient Grudge, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Anger of the Gods, 1 Grim Lavamancer, 2 Collective Brutality, 2 Kitchen Finks, 1 Liliana of the Last Hope, 1 Assassin's Trophy, 1 Abrupt Decay, and 3 Fulminator Mage.
So Billy gets very good afterboard. He can bring in almost all of this stuff except for it's easier to tell you what you can bring in. I want to see 3 Fulminator Mages.
I mean, what don't you bring in here,
all
to
of
be
it
honest?
looks
Probably
really
the
good.
Grafdigger's Cage isn't that good because nothing is entering or he's not targeting anything in his graveyard. If anything hinders Billy from casting the Ancient Grudge, he's definitely bringing in.
I mean, Collective Brutality isn't as good as maybe some of the
Probably
other
not going to bring that in. I like the Kitchen Finks as it is a clock and life gain here. Liliana of the Last Hope probably
very good
can
in
go.
this matchup, actually.
He does have X ones, but then again, too, Walking Bliss and some of his other guys do get out of range pretty quickly.
That's true.
Doesn't hit his manland, so I could see going either way on that. Assassin's Trophy, I'd snap that off. Abrupt Decay, I'd snap that off. Anger of the Gods, probably take that. Golgari Charm, I think only hits an enchantment, doesn't hit an artifact, so probably not as inclined to take that, but I am going to double check that.
I would take Golgari Charm because it answers all his manlands at instant speed.
That is true. Again, X1s, yeah, I do like that over the Collective Brutality.
I like that over Lily,
and
too.
the Lily of the Last Hope. Yeah, no, I do agree there. I'm going to double check Golgari Charm.
It does hit enchantment.
Yeah, it is. Only target enchantment. And then, got you. And then, Cage does not do anything here. There's no relevance. If anything, it
But he does
Billy.
get some major upgrades, is the
But
point.
I definitely like Golgari Charm, Ancient Grudge. Anger of the Gods. Oh, cough, Anger. No. Anger of the Gods, 1 Grim Lavamancer I do like bringing in. Brutality, it's okay unless he feels that he is going to be super pressured. Kitchen Finks I'd probably bring in. I bring the Assassin Trophy for sure, bring the Abrupt Decay for sure, and I definitely like the Fulminator Mages, especially if he's going to try and go on that Infect route again like he did last game.
Yeah, I really want it. The biggest problem for Billy in this matchup, honestly, is the manlands. He can answer all of his creatures otherwise. The manlands do provide a bit of a unique threat, though, that he has to answer.
Correct. With any sort of mid-range control strategy, manlands are its bane. Granted, Billy does have his own because they are good advantage in mid-range and control strategies. But they do.
Plus, they also just fly.
Correct. No, plus 2, they do provide that threat of being flyers and again only being creatures on Dakota's turn.
Correct.
Restricting Billy's mana.
Well, and as we saw in game 1 there, he can just kill him out of nowhere.
Correct. Just out of nowhere. I mean, I think he was
hit him with the RKO.
Turn, but then we kind of saw the line where he just grew that out of control.
Yep.
So players still shuffling up here, getting ready for game 2. Pretty quick game 1. Not gonna lie there.
Yep.
So Billy be on the play. I mean,
what are we looking for out of Billy's start here?
I mean, out of Billy's start here, I want as many removal spells as I possibly can.
Anything that says destroy target creature.
Correct. Anything that says Lightning Bolt, Ancient Grudge, or
Trophy.
Correct.
And a clock. I want 1 creature and then 1,000,000 removal spells.
Correct. My preferable opening here would be if he can go turn 1 IOK or even just turn 1 play tap land into turn 2 Goyf and then hold up with a Lightning Bolt and maybe another 2-mana removal spell and just kind of get there from there, and grind him out and do what Jun does.
Yep. He was on his way to doing that last game if he didn't get basically, like I said, just destroyed out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was pretty close to stabilizing. But granted, that Arcbound Worker just out of nowhere just gave him the out to kill him right there on the spot. So, super sweet. And that's the only scary thing about Hardened Scales is that it's much more of a commitment at point sometimes. But granted, too, you can build more value. Where in Affinity, you would have to kind of sack your whole board. Where there we saw he sacked 2 artifacts
and
got 5 counters. Right. absolutely
Well,
terrifying.
Here he's taking a mulligan, which the Hardened Scales deck already really feels bad on mulligans because it's another one of those critical mass decks like the burn deck last round.
Correct, because he needs like certain pieces, you know.
Correct. But taking a mulligan against Jund is just about the worst deck you can take a mulligan against other than Pox.
Correct.
Pox. Can you ban that guy from chat?
Yeah. So, there we go. So, players looking at their opening hands. I think Billy's still deciding. Kind of hard to see what he has. I think I see that Ancient Grudge in his hand. Kind of hard to tell.
We got to talk to them about like shoulder.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. So, Billy just going to lay out on a Bloodstained Mire. And we'll see what Dakota has to follow up here. Already has an Inkmoth Nexus, so that's pretty scary.
Yeah. Inkmoth and Mox Opal and just a pass here, though.
I don't know if I like playing that. If I like playing that Opal here right now, I don't think you want to expose that unless you're really terrified of him with a discard spell. But if I were in Billy's shoes, I wouldn't mind taking out a few of the discard spells, as you don't really want to rip his hand apart too much.
No,
I think you more just want to play the board.
Yeah, Shag, I agree. That is a bad move. You don't need to play that Mox Opal on turn 1.
About what time does this end?
It's a 5-rounder tonight.
Being 5 rounds, probably be close to 11:30 midnight. Not going to lie.
Luckily, I'm off work tomorrow.
I work in the morning, unfortunately, but I'll be A-okay. No worries.
Just going to drop his deck for us.
Bad move.
The Opal, I think. Right, Shag Guy? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of honestly just running it out there and just kind of exposing it.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. No, there's no reason to play it. If you have no other play, on turn 1, you leave it in your hand.
Right, because you want to kind of combo it out.
Well, and you don't give the information.
Correct.
You make them think you don't have anything.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Yes, Shy Guy. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
yes. Get that stutter beat going.
Got a big old Tarmogoyf right here. Looks to be a big old 1-2.
Squire.
Big old 1-2 boy out there.
It's a Squire, my friend. Do you remember that card?
Yes. Well, that was a little before my time because I started in Prophecy, played till about Darksteel. So right before a lot of these Affinity cards came out, or no, right when these Affinity cards came out, left, and then I started at Return to Ravnica, and now it's the Return to Ravnica.
Comma, the return.
Lols. Lols.
So we're going to probably see Dakota here. He's just kind of thinking of his, what he's trying to do here. He's got a whole bunch of dorks, and I saw an Ancient Stirrings in his hand. So we'll see.
I mean, he's playing 2-mana spell.
Throwing a Geth. We saw this card basically win him the game on by itself last game.
Very good card. I think I don't want to be playing it this early in the game, or I should say having it this early in the game, as he doesn't really have a lot to do with it.
Well, you know what? It's one of those things. He's got an Inkmoth Nexus hanging out. You know, maybe he's building toward a turn where he can just 10 infect him.
That, or even just kind of build up to where he could.
Because there's an Arcbound Ravager in Dakota's hand. I just saw that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I think he's trying to plan here.
So just trying to get up there and just get that critical mass built here.
See, he's taking it slow. Billy's not presenting. He's got a 1-2.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I even like.
And I honestly, I like him not exposing his creatures to the removal until he's ready.
No, and I think that's fine.
It's forcing Billy to not use his spells each turn.
Well, and I like even too, he just slowly build up like an Inkmoth Nexus with the Throne of Geth.
Right.
But I mean, now he's going to lay out this Hangerback Walker, and he can just slowly get to work on that and start building that up.
He wants Billy to kill this thing.
No, exactly. I mean, either way, it goes wide. So I mean, if he can build it up to like 2 or 3, it's essentially a Lingering Souls.
He's got Metalcraft online too,
which is like super good. I mean,
now here, check this out. I want to see Billy's gonna attempt to Ancient Grudge this Throne of Geth. Oh, that didn't seem correct to me. I wanted to see Dakota here in response activate the Inkmoth Nexus in response with the Mox Opal and sack. Oh, no, it doesn't have a counter on it. I was thinking of a modular creature.
No.
I was thinking there was a modular.
Yeah, the only thing he can really do right there is like what he did with the Throne of Geth and just do that. I mean, he doesn't have Metalcraft now, but, I mean, he could have if it didn't have somebody taking this tap it for mana in response, but he'll have to wait till next turn. But, I mean, with an Arcbound Ravager now, I definitely think he can get to work and start moving stuff around and going crazy there. I mean, I wouldn't surprised to see Billy maybe die here over 2 turns if he does go really crazy with that Art
And he's
Bomb
missing
Ravager.
land drops, too. I didn't even realize that.
And I think he has an Art Bomb Worker in his hand, too. So that's just, again, more counters to add on to that. So he's going to flash back here. In response, I do like doing that. I think I probably would have used the Mox Opal there, to be honest. As, I mean, he doesn't have Metalcraft now unless he is going to play another one.
No, he does have Metalcraft.
I guess Green Man is not a necessity.
Right.
Since he has all the colors. And I think you just...
Well, Billy's sitting with a Golgari Charm in his hand, though.
think you, just get that Ravager out there. Oh,
no, Dakota's actually about to get blown out.
Ooh, this is not good.
He's going to be left with 2 Thopters left, but this is still going to hurt pretty bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to see this blowout? This is going to be
Golgari Charm, back when it was in Standard, it didn't hit often, but when it did, it felt like this. Yeah.
And there it is.
And look at you can see him rubbing his hands together. He's like, oh, God, that hurts.
I mean, he still gets left over with 2 Thopters, which isn't too bad.
But that was rough.
2 Thopters, but still, pretty bad. The blowout, ladies and gentlemen. And I like shoving here with the Tarmogoyf. Just getting there. I mean, he's a big boy. I believe he's, at least a 4/5, if not a 5/6.
So we got instant land, artifact creature, at least. So, yeah, 4.
At least a 4. I'm missing a sorcery out of there. No, I even saw the sorcery. He played an Ancient Stirrings.
That's right. So he is a 5/6.
Yeah, I mean, we do see that with Billy's dice. 2 mana here.
Another one.
Man, all the Flyboys.
Right? I think this one's going to a game 3 soon here, though.
I would not be surprised.
Dakota's on 1 card in hand. Billy still has 5. And he found his 3rd land here.
I think from him tapping there probably signifies he has a Lightning Bolt or some sort of 1 mana removal.
Yeah, he does.
In his hand. Yeah, I see it right there.
And that's a Blood Braid, and there's another Tarmogoyf.
If he gets a land here, I think I would just slam that. If not, I'm just going to play Tarmogoyf and just kind of beat down and slowly erode his board. So getting in there with the big boy. 5/6. But oi.
What is that? That is a Colligan's command, too. Brutal.
Very brutal. Ooh, Scavenging Ooze. They do like this to kind of clean up and gain some life, but I think Billy's pretty close here to kind of clenching this one.
Yeah.
Unless, granted, and Dakota draws an Arc Bomb
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not going to be 7, actually.
You can do 8, too.
He can do 8 infect, but it's not going to be quite good enough here.
Correct.
No, he can do 9.
1, 2, 3. How does he want to do this? So 1, 2, 3.
Well, Billy also has a Lightning Bolt in his hand, so none of this is going to matter.
So he's just going to kind of wait till he makes his move.
Yep.
Kind of going all in here. I mean, do you go all in with that, or you just go super wide with the tokens?
Well,
actually, if he goes after it, can he? Oh no, the way he sacked, it's over. Yeah. Man, he is committed. Bah. Yep. Well, appreciate the handshake, boys, but yeah.
We have another game.
We got one more, boys. Man, what a blowout there.
Yeah, that Golgari Charm. Dakota wasn't ready. You could tell.
I was talking to somebody earlier about just kind of making those snap decisions, the psychological decisions of does he have it or not, and just kind of here we go.
Yeah.
And I definitely am not one of those players. I am way too conservative, and that's why I play control.
Same here. I don't ever play around the fact that my opponent doesn't have it.
Correct. Yeah, I always just kind of have to assume and just even openly mock them at times.
Yeah.
Because I'm right.
Azorius Mages.
Exactly.
Word, son.
Actually, Demir, but I do like white as far as a secondary color is concerned.
I mean, you're stupid.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate you.
Aren't you glad I convinced you to do commentary with me tonight?
No, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to do commentary. I could be home right now, soaking.
Soaking?
Not sulking, not crying.
No, I know, soaking in the tub.
soaking in, indulging in my win today in my Super Hot Showdown pack. I don't know if you saw that.
The Karn and
It was a Karn, a Sorcerer's Spyglass. I traded for an island, and then I got a full Nezahal.
It's a pretty good spot. Pretty good pack.
I was not upset. I'm not going to lie. I was not upset.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. So. Anyways, shuffling up here. Love the pile shuffle. My favorite thing in all of Magic. I'm sure as you all know. Pile shuffle.
Billy.
Oh, pile shuffle. But no, good call from there. I mean, I think the safer line in Dakota, instead of either going all in for it right there, was to maybe split the difference and not sack the Hangerback Walker right away. Granted, he wouldn't be able to deal lethal combat damage there, but he would have had another out to put the counters on.
No, he wasn't even swinging for 10 infects, so that was bad.
Right, so I think you should have split the difference there and just let the Hangerback Walker and then sack the Ravager and then go either way. So, see what happens here in Game 3. I think I'm still rather be on the side of Billy Anderson.
Yeah, after board, it's 100% favored for John.
Right, it's just kill all the things.
Game 1, it's kind of a toss-up. It depends on what half of Billy's deck he draws.
Correct, because the discard is not as great, and Liliana can be a hit or miss there, to be honest with you. But I think
right, as we saw, there's a lot of Thopters and random bullshit that Dakota plays, and it doesn't matter if you use that Edict effect as much.
Right, so it's a little more ineffectual, but I still think grinding him down and making him top deck is terrible.
JTHD35, what up?
What up, Stormers? What up, chat?
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat. Love you, chat. Hashtag love chat.
Yeah, hashtag chat's best.
Hashtag follow me at Frontmaster Flash. Hashtag follow Tom Dunby at Dom Dunby. Denby Tom Denby.
Denby _Thomas.
At Twitter.
At Twitter.com.
Yeah. Twitterthopter.com.
At Twitterthought.com.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Twitterthoughty.com.
Yes.
Yas.
Yas.
So we're still shuffling.
Right? Coming back to that again. Still my biggest issue with all of Modern.
Yeah.
The shuffling.
Why do you think I don't play
why
this
does
format
this exist?
too much?
If they make auto
so
magic shufflers, that'd be the greatest thing ever. You just go to a store and just buy an automatic shuffler and just press 3 buttons. Just all right, my deck's perfectly shuffled.
No, you know what they need to do is they need to make dual discs.
Stop. That's the dream.
Yeah.
That is the dream. Turn this into a shuffle problem. Flip his cards. No, just rip his cards. That's my favorite.
Flip it, then rip it.
Correct.
We rip every card in this pack.
I have quite a few cards.
Dual disc. That's not how you spell dual. It's not you spell it like mule.
I like it though. Oh
dual.
Wow!
You know what? I want a dual disc.
Yeah, I do want a dual disc. And I definitely just want to live like an anime character and just battle in a battle dome and just have
dude for real
30-foot high animations just going at it.
It's rip it then flip it, my man.
It's rip it then flip it. All right, I'm down. I mean, I can show my collection of flip and rip planeswalkers on air and some other little goodies.
Billy picking at his magic cards.
Thinking.
No, you're literally just sitting there picking it.
Oh, gross! Get some new sleeves, boy.
Right. Grimy, you're on camera. Make Yu-Gi-Oh! Great again.
Goat format is great again. Let's go back to 2005.
Don't get him started about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Such an innocent format. BLS, greatest creature ever. Should exist in Magic.
All right, moving on. We're going to see a tournament welding jar here from Dakota.
A welding jar. I think you mean you mean a pot of greed, boy.
Pot of greed.
Say it's a pot of greed. Just play there, draw 2. Yeah, no, we're bringing it back. BLS is great. Graceful Charity is great. Delinquent Duo is great. I mean, I don't want to talk about Magic anymore. Let's just move on. I did that the other day at a local game store. people don't understand rip and flip. Yeah, it's degenerate as all get out. It's the greatest thing. Like, during our next break, I'll definitely show my Rip Teferi and my Rip Jays, because I do believe they are in my backpack currently.
I have not tried Keyforge. So we're going to see Billy here going with a turn 2 Tarmogoyf, another Squire.
I have not tried Keyforge, but I heard it is made by the one and only Richard Garfield, so it can't be that bad. But yep, my collection of Rip Planeswalkers.
Oh, look at that.
I have Teferi, Hero, Dominaria, and I also have a Jason Reveler Secrets.
All right, so Billy, let's get back to the game, though. So,
no, I want to talk about my degenerate, X.
Dakota is going to play a Hardened Scales. Leave it out. We'll show the chat.
I'll leave it out.
So we're going to see an Abrupt Decay here for the Hardened Scales, which is going to bring it up to the Tarmogoyf up to a 3/4. So this is exactly the start Billy wants to see, honestly, from both sides. Slow from Dakota, and Billy has a clock and disruption. So
yeah, just get a big old Tarmogoyf boy out there. Just gonna smash down. I mean, I've been in positions where I've had 6-7 Tarmogoyfs against Banteldrazi, and he's just sitting there like, my Reality Smashers isn't big enough.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, Fulminator Mage. Ooh, I think I'm going after that Forest. Maybe.
Dan Horgan in the chat.
Dakota is sitting here saying, I'm going to lose. So sad. It is very sad.
I mean, he is going to lose.
The chat moved up just a little bit.
Like literally an inch.
Yeah, like not too much. Yeah, just grab it a little bit and scoot it up. Perfect.
There you go. Thank you.
Right, awesome. Thank you.
There's a lightning bolt for that hangerback walker. This is all kind of a formality at this point.
I'm surprised he didn't sacrifice to regenerate it.
Yeah, Dakota's probably just tilted and given up.
True. I mean, I don't think he's going to come back from this.
No, there is no coming back from this. Billy's sitting on a Terminate, and he has 3 creatures in play.
Didn't we think he lost game 1? Yeah, we thought he was going to lose game 1, but then all of a sudden he just pulled out of nowhere. But seeing that Terminate, I think, in Billy's hand, I think he has this one pretty locked up.
Yeah.
I think anything else Dakota's going to try and do is a little bit frivolous, unfortunately. But, I mean, play it out, boys.
Well, this is kind of how we expected this match to go. It's just so very miserable from Dakota's side of the table. He has no way to interact with what Billy's doing. He's not fast enough.
No, and he doesn't draw enough cards, unfortunately. He just kind of has to work with, his 7, and then whatever your top decks as well.
And then when you mulligan against this deck, it just feels so bad.
But man,
Dakota is a bit inexperienced. He hasn't been playing as long as some of the other guys have.
But man, he's really good at drawing those hangerback walkers, isn't he? Then why was it chosen for stream? Because he's 1-0, and I haven't made the choice?
Yeah, we haven't actually made these choices, my friend.
Correct. This was Dan Horgan.
No, this is all John.
Oh, John.
No, we don't have any. I'm going to say something to John and be like, let's go get somebody cool on the camera.
Yeah, let's get some good decks on the camera. I want to see something interesting and innovative.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a Terminate out of Billy. Going to make 2 more Thopters. All the Thopters.
When did that start? Taking table 1.
I mean, I think table 1's fine. I mean, it's the most indiscriminate, so that's fine.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure in later rounds, guys, this is only round 2.
Yeah,
so
we still have 3 more rounds after this.
Correct. I'm sure we'll get a little something better here next round.
Yeah.
So, definitely think Dakota's not going to win this game, unfortunately. I mean, just getting hit down by big old boys. Going to take 2 from that Fulminator Mage. From Dakota. So, again, it's just a 6-7 rate. Yeah, I mean, by itself, it's a 2-turn clock. No big deal. Ooh, what a big old Walking Ballista.
Making a
probably buys him another turn.
You can block the Tarmogoyf, and you can shoot down the what you call it? The Bloodbraid Elf there.
No, correct. Big old hasty boy. Another Fulminator Mage, too. Let's go. Man, that Goyf sure looks weak here. LOL. Yeah, Goyf's terrible. Such a bad card. Oh, we did bring in the Liliana. Like I said, I don't know if I'm a fan, because, again, it doesn't really do anything on this field. If the Arcbound Worker was only a 1-0, Sure, but again, he has, the aforementioned hardened scales.
I mean, it's reasonable.
Yeah,
I would have brought
I don't
it
think
into.
it's bad. I mean, granted, we can just start bringing back like his fulminary mages, or if anything trades in combat, you can start recurring it. So probably not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad thing at all.
Oh, and by the way, no one ever said Goyf was weak. Said he wasn't as good as he used to be. Big difference.
Still think he's great. All hail.
No.
All hail, Lord Goyf.
No.
Ultimate Masters, best art. Fight me.
That you're right about. That Ultimate Masters art of Goyf looks sweet.
Like I said, fight me, boys. Outside. Circle of knives. Let's go. First one. You better bleed if you leave.
I think you said he was bad, Tom.
Tom is bad. So
no, I'm
you're right on
saying
that.
about Goyf.
No, but I'm telling them that you are bad.
I mean, if I said Goyf was bad, I was being superfluous. Why? Hold on.
No, you did, because we were talking about the rock deck earlier, and you're like, I want to play more,
okay, fine. He's not bad. I meant he's not as good as he used to be. I want to talk about the fact here. That
look at this 6/7 that he's like beaten down with. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's up with that dice? Why does it look so...
That's what I was saying. Is that like the Liliana dice thing?
I'm curious. What is that?
Okay, so he's got 3 counters on it, and then it's got -2, -1. I think that's what he's representing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what game.
Got you. Dan Horgan, table spotter. Right? Right, took me a second too. Well, slow on that uptake.
We're still playing this game?
Yeah, we're still playing. Wow, 6-6. I mean, start mowing stuff down.
What the hell just happened?
I'm not exactly sure.
I have no idea what's going on in this game.
10? What? I'm slightly confused here. Okay, right. So it's nerfed with the Liliana.
Right, it has -2, -1. Who cares?
Right, and then the Arcbound worker blocked, I'm assuming, and then he put the counters over there and put 3 on it.
Yeah, we know Lily's
right.
Next
No,
turn.
and that's what he's representing, but
I'm trying to figure out what these guys are doing.
Right, he's representing it's a 4/5.
Okay.
Right, which we get. It's just how many counters are on it. It should be 6 because he had 3, and then the Arcbound worker died, and he got 1 from the Hardened Scales. Put a 6. Just put the dice on there. Just have it as a 6. It's fine. D Horgan.
Scoop.
Oh, just scoop and just move it on.
Yeah.
So I think still just trying to confirm like how we want to represent this. It probably doesn't really matter in the long run.
He's just getting some camera time.
Yeah, I think Dakota just wants to live out his little bit of infamy here.
Yeah.
But in the sake of all convenience, just pick up your cards, boy. Let's move on. Next round. Chop, chop. Yeah. Did he shoot anything with the counters? I don't believe so. I think we're still trying to figure out like how he's representing this. But being with the Bloodbraid Elf down, I would assume so unless he just blocked.
I have no idea what's
right. I'm just kind of confused what's going on here. Okay, he's going to blow up a land. No land.
He attempted to destroy the Darksteel Citadel.
Smart.
Is that what happened?
Bravo again, Billy. Billy did it again. Saying hello to myself.
I really hope
put
he just
Basilisk
did that.
Collar in against Jund.
I really hope he just tried to kill that Darksteel Citadel.
I mean, does that live up to his SCG misplay?
No.
It's close. It's close.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Kind of like we said.
Okay. So, yeah, no. So that does conclude the round 2, guys. Dakota